Hello, welcome to today's lesson 9.2. You should have already submitted your do now. We're going to go over it and review it. So the directions are, open up this POM code, follow the pattern for the first image, and append the rest of the images from the array photos to the page. So I'm opening up the POM code. Okay, and so we have an array called photos with a bunch of URLs in it. And here is what looks like is appending the first array elements, and I know it's the first array element because the index here is 0, to the page. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to append. So I'm just going to use good old copy and paste here to get this done. So we're going to have 5 on the page. So we have 0, going to need 1, 2, 3, and I think 4. All right, so there goes all our array elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's do now. All right, let's move on to today's objective. All right, let's read together. 1, 2, 3. Coders will create for of loops in JavaScript in order to iterate over an array. Here's the vocabulary: array, for of loop, and iterate. All right, so as you saw, it was pretty annoying to type out or copy and paste the append command over and over again, right? So I copied and pasted it, had to do that. Luckily, there's an easier way to do this. That's what computers are best at. So we're going to do that using a for of loop. So loop is something that helps us over and over again. All right, so for of loops allow us to iterate over the elements in an array in order to do the same thing to each element in the array. Iterating is another way of saying repeating, right? So we can say this Instagram example here where the same format or structure or styling is being applied to each one of these dog pictures. So we'll go on that a little later. So here's what a for of loop looks like in JavaScript. All right, so we have this for keyword, right? We have some parentheses. Then we have the keyword of let to declare a variable. The variable we're declaring this picture of, let picture of the array. So in this case, photo URLs, the array name, that's declared somewhere else, probably right above this. And then we have the body of the function. All right, so this function is when it runs, it's going to iterate over the photo URLs or array. It's going to append to the body a picture, right? So that picture variable you can see here between the plus symbols. All right. So as I mentioned before, these are different parts. We have the for keyword, the array name, the array element. So the code we want to execute each time an element is selected from the array goes inside the curly brackets. All right. So here's an example again. We have an array called array name with 4 different elements in it. And this for of loop is being applied to the array. So this is just an example. So I mentioned this before, I gave you the answer too early, but how do you think arrays for of loops and iteration were used to add photos to this Instagram page? Take a second to think about that. Right? So we probably have an array of dog photos. All right. So the for of the loop was used to iterate over the array of dog photos and apply some styling onto it. So every picture is the right size and has the right, structure on this page. All right, so now we're going to work on this guided practice together. So we're going to modify what we worked on and do now to use a for of loop. All right. Here we go. Get rid of this code and type from scratch. So we have our array photos here. We're just going to append all these pictures to the body. So how do we start? We have the for keyword. All right. Then we have some syntax. All right. So how do we do this? So in here, we're going to need let's picture or photo of photos, right? And then we want something to happen here. We want to append some stuff to the body. So we're going to use some good old jQuery here. Okay, dot append. Okay, and then we have some concatenation to get some stuff in here. We're going to need an image tag. And we're going to need a source attribute. Don't forget that. And then we're going to have this plus symbol. And photo is our variable that we declared for this. And then we close out this tag, right? And there we go. Much easier, right? Awesome. Okay. Now it's your turn. We're going to try this independent practice. So your friends can't decide what movie to watch. Luckily, you can use some coding skills to help. And let me help you with the directions. All right, we're going to create our own movie watch list that takes each new movie and adds them to the list of the correct genre. Okay, so display all the horror movies from the array when the user clicks horror button. Using a for loop, declare an array with at least 3 movies from your favorite genre. You can edit the HTML CSS to reflect the kinds of movies you like, right? So, and here's the rest of the directions for the activity. Try to get through as much as you can. I know you can do it all. Try your best. And that is all for today. Don't forget to submit your independent practice, very, very important. And also submit your exit ticket, okay? Have a good day.